drawing the line on tax rate increases, and Grover Norquist has come out hard again, of course, saying Republicans have to stand by the pledge.
If the Republicans lose in such a way that they've got their fingerprints on the murder weapon, then you have a problem. I mean, Bush couldn't run again in '92 successfully because he had his fingerprints on a very bad deal, which was bad on spending and bad on taxes, and he broke his word.
Is he right about those politics?
I think not, actually. But I think you have to remember our fingerprints aren't on this. If we cooperate with the president and make 80% of the Bush tax cuts permanent for 98% of the American people, that's a victory, not a loss. And then we're still free to try and fight the fight over higher rates, offering revenue, which the speaker's put on the table. Politically, to me, that seems to be a much superior position than a messy deal at the end where it looks like we caved. I think we have the opportunity to take the initiative and actually, again, move the discussion to entitlements.
And what you also avoid there, Dan, is something else that I think some Republicans are worried about, not 92, but 1994, when the government shut down, Newt Gingrich was blamed.
Right. Oh, trust me, you talk to Republicans, that is what they were. They said no matter how this shakes out, if we go over the fiscal cliff, we are blamed. I hear that over and over. I will say, look, there's something to what Tom is saying, which is it is an amazing notion to think that a just elected Democratic president is necessary in order to make permanent the vast majority of Bush's tax cuts. Those were tax cuts. When those tax cuts were demonized by the Democrats, they weren't just the tax rate cuts on the upper income. They were the tax rate cuts across the board. The idea that most of them could be made permanent. I mean, Bush couldn't have gotten that done in 2004 after being reelected. So I do think Republicans should take a victory lap in that regard, even if I'm skeptical of raising the top rate.
It is really politically smart to do this. But it's also politically smart to cut the knees out from under Grover Norquist. I mean, this guy is, who is he? He's an unelected.
But it's not him.
It's not him. That's the point. He's become a straw man. He represents something that's real. He represents something that's real.
The emperor has no clothes.